welcome to IORK 2025, and it's the one you've all been waiting for. It's the finals. This is where champions are going to be crowned. This is where kings are going to be made. This is where they live and they die. There is winner takes all. Doesn't matter about everything previously that's happened. Everything comes down to now. And this is our first race up. Who we've got on the grid?
Okay, off grid 1 we have card number 13, Hamish Mackay. Grid 2 with card number 5, Brett Hoggins. Off grid number 3, one of the favourites, cart number 18, Charlie Keyworth. Off grid number 4 is cart number 11, Phil Ellsworth. Off grid number 5, another one of the favourites, cart number 14, Mandela Pluck. Of course, he's competed in the World Finals at Sao Paulo in Brazil. Off grid 6 is cart number 20, Donald O'Reilly. Off grid 7, cart number 3, Malcolm Hugenvoice. Off grid 8, another one of the favourites. It is cart number 12 from Wellington. It is Tui Smiler. Off grid 9 is cart number 4, Harry Wilcox. Off grid 10 we have cart number 17, Mark Crook. Grid 11, one of Christchurch's finest. It is cart number 21, Jacob Fleming. And off grid 12, one of Auckland's finest, it is cart number 8, Daniel Douglas. Off grid 13 is cart number 10, the Hamiltonian, Johnny Curtis, former champion. Off grid 14 we have Kurtis Smyth in cart 7. Off grid 15 is cart number 15, Quave Crowther from Nelson. And at the back end of the bus, we have cart number 19 on grid 16. It is the Garden City's Jonathan Camp.
Yeah, fantastic group here for the under 7 for the 70 kg to 84.9 kg final. This has been a fantastic series throughout the grids, one of the larger groups that we've had throughout the event, and obviously a lot of fast peddlers. Those names you just read out, we've heard them throughout the week, and if you've been joining the live stream, you know some of these drivers are incredibly fast. So this one's probably one of the most important heat finals.
Well, of course it wasn't a heat final, it is the final. But I'll tell you what, if you looking at experience, you can't go past Mandela Pluck. Raced in the World Finals in Sao Paulo in Brazil, and certainly acquitted himself, represented New Zealand there. You've also got Tui Smiler, who competed in the New Zealand Youth Mini Stock title back there in 2017 and 18 at Oxford Speedway in North Canterbury. He's another one you've got to watch out for, and don't forget, you cannot discount Charlie Keyworth.
I think you also can't discount Daniel Douglas as well, being a fantastic driver throughout this weekend. He's going to be fast. Charlie obviously up in this weight category with a weight vest, and Daniel pushing towards the lighter end. He's about 10 kgs over for this. So mix of weights throughout this category, but yeah, huge competition. Mandela Pluck's definitely the favourite. It's a good opportunity here, and we're off and away racing.
45 minutes, 4 pit stops. Who's it going to be? Mandela Pluck, or will it be Tui Smiler, or Charlie Keyworth? Mandela, their party.
Mandela's been quite lucky because he was further back in the grid, but only started in 4th, but he got to also put quite a good cuts, and Mandela's in quite a good position. He's definitely in the box seat for this race.
Well, looking for these guys to get into the high 27s, I'd expect, in this one. Down the back straight they go. Look at this, it's the charge of the White Brigade as they go across the line for the first time. Mandela Pluck sits there in second place. And side by side is there with Charlie Keyworth up the inside.
There's so much bumping and crashing in between this one. Because this is the finals, it's all to play for. But having so many heats back to back, this is where it matters. And man, they're just all pushing. And already going up to pitching. Oh, it's red light.
Oh, again, let's see it around the back there. I'm not too sure who that was. But Mandela Pluck just got shuffled back from second to third. And the order looks like Hamish Mackay out front from Charlie Keyworth. And Mandela Pluck, Tui Smiler, the heavy hitters at the front of the field in this one at the moment.
Yeah, well, I'd just like to point out it's probably most likely due to mechanical. That's why the red light happens. So we see some cars switching over. The grid gets for the frozen in the position of him, and these drivers will be re-added back in. But that's probably going to change the race a little bit, but I wouldn't focus too much on who's in the front right now. It's fairly early days in this session.
Well, I'll tell you what, all the drivers are going to have to do a reset here. Oh, this will upset the nerves, especially those at the pointy end of the field.
It could upset them, but it could also settle them. A little bit of calm before the storm. Drivers getting quite pumped and amped as they get into the session, and then obviously when the red flag comes out, it sort of brings that level back down, so you might almost see a bit of a calm. But yeah, we've seen in this category before, we saw Mandela get a little bit worked up with a red flag previously, so maybe it's getting into his head again with another red flag. We'll have to see. He's a confident driver, and I'm pretty sure that he's got a cool calm head. I don't think this is going to...
Oh no, I don't think he'll phase Mandela. I gave him the pet talk before this one, so I'm sure he'll be fine and composed.
Yeah, he seems to have a good strategy, so I'm not too worried about that. He's already quite far up on the grid, so in a good position, definitely in the box seat. Daniel Douglas sort of further back in that group as the red flag runners, so maybe a poor start from him, not really sure what happened.
Well, Daniel's a great driver, but he hasn't faced this sort of competition before, I don't think.
Yeah, well, we had the semi-finals, now we've got the finals performance again, so again, a whole bunch of drivers that have not raced each other all weekend, getting to face each other in the finals, but every one of these drivers has proved themselves. They've proved they're fast enough, they were the top 8 in the semi-finals, they've proved themselves in the heat. Every driver here has got skill and talent.
Well, these guys are the best of the best from around the country. I mean, you've got from the south, as far south as Christchurch, is as far north as Whangarei this weekend.
Yeah, and Tui Smiler not looking phased there at all, so he's ready to get amped and get going again. He's probably one of the few, there's a few competitors that are in t-shirts. I'm wondering about it being a little cold. A couple of guys got jackets, but maybe the weather might send it to...
Hey mate, you don't get cold when you're out there when you're circulating. In fact, you want that ventilation. You can have too much layers on, and that can really cook you in a race.
I can promise you in this kind of temperature right now around this track, it gets really cold. The air starts to become bitey, and with the 70 kilometers per hour, you're not in a closed cabin like a car. So
hey, this is Auckland. It's not Christchurch, mate.
For Auckland, the wind chill gets a little bit up there, so I think it'll be a factor for some of the guys, but maybe for those Christchurch drivers, they're probably not worried about it as much as a factor.
Well, can we go 3 from 3 for the finals? So far, Christchurch drivers have won the first 2 finals. Can they make it a hat trick? A 3-peat in this one?
Yeah, well, the Wellington guys have also been pretty deadly. The Wellington crew have showed their strength throughout the weekend. They've consistently been winning a whole bunch of heats, so I would never rule out the Wellington guys because they've been just brutal in this competition. And I wouldn't be a good commentator if I didn't shout out the local Auckland drivers because, man, they've been putting on a show, and I know they're out there. They're fantastic as well. Daniel Douglas from Auckland doing a great job, so I'm confident that Auckland can also push back. It doesn't matter which region you're from. If you're a fast driver, you're going to come through in this heat. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, red flag right now, a little bit of a lull in the period, but once we get going, I'm also watching this. I'm very intimately aware that the drivers are watching us right now. They're listening to what we're saying. The commentary's never been quite as connected to the drivers. Typically we say something, they don't hear us. And we normally say a driver's pretty shit and no one knows. If I call anyone out right now, I'm pretty sure I'm going to see a finger.
Well, looks like from what you've been saying, Daniel Douglas could be Auckland's one and only hope in this one.
No, he's definitely not Auckland's one and only hope. Definitely just one that I've been keeping an eye on throughout the weekend, but there's plenty of fast guys from Auckland, plenty of fast guys throughout the sprint. We'd be here all night if we were naming all of them and why they were so good.
Well, plenty of Christchurch drivers also in this one. Of course, Hoogie out there, he's no slug. And of course, Jacob Fleming, he's been getting a few good places as well in car number 21.
Yeah, I guess the biggest thing is just to wish all these drivers good luck in the heat. Hopefully that I wish every one of them could win, but only one could be the winner, but it's going to be good luck to all of them because it's going to be survival of the fittest.
It certainly will be.
And with everyone sort of organised back up and ready to go, back into order, racing order, that's going to help it a lot. I noticed Daniel Douglas there gave a tap on the kart number 8 and a little bit of a thumbs down, so maybe not quite as happy with his kart as some of the others. Obviously, there was an interesting strategy thing about IORK 2025, which is that you've got to pick either
position at the moment is Hamish Mackay. Second place at the moment, Charlie Chequered. He's one to watch, as well as Mandela Pluck sitting there in third. Also watch Brent Hoggins in fourth place at the moment, ahead of Tui Smiler. Then go back in sixth position, it's Hoogie. And behind Hoogie we've got Bill Ellsford, Harry Wilcox, Johnny Curtis and Mark Cook.
Yeah.
There are your top 10.
Julian Phil being one of those really, and Charlie part of that fast Wellington crew. So you were talking about the Glacier crew being strong, but that Wellington crew, they've got a lot of guys up in that top 10. So I'd say it's going to be a close one between these two.
Okay, it looks like we're about to go racing. Into turn one they go, and it's nose tail stuff. Oh, look at the move now from Charlie Chequered to the second place, and Mandela Pluck had a look. And he's just gone back one.
There's a lot of bumping and pushing in this one. I've seen people go back just because they're hitting. Everyone's very close. Everyone's fighting for the same switching plans. And these drivers not wanting to give an inch. There is no quarter being given.
Okay, look at Tui Smiler right around the outside. He's at the front. Tui Smiler, your race leader. Where's he come from? He's come from Wellington.
Oh, this is fantastic. I've been waiting to see Tui versus Mandela versus Charlie all weekend long. This is what I've been waiting for. And it's turning out to be just as good as I was hoping for. Mandela is right on Tui. And Tui is making sure he's defending like crazy right now.
Well, Tui just a bit lighter. That could be an advantage, but we've seen earlier in the heats, of course, Mandela, on average, round about a tenth of a second quicker than Tui. So the pressure is on Tui from Mandela.
Oh man, this is an intense battle between the two of them, and they're walking away from the rest of the pack. Right now, Tui and Mandela are doing a fantastic job. And Charlie Chequered's coming up in the rear, but it's a fantastic job from them.
Oh, look at the gaggle of geese going through turns 3 and 4. Oh, it's Malcolm Hugenvoice has got the advantage there into fourth place. That's terrific driving from him.
I'm watching the tyres on turn 5 just get completely and utterly shoved out of the way. The drivers are being super aggressive in this run. Everyone's pushing. Man, this is an intense race.
And it's certainly intense from our two front protagonists out front, Tui Smiler and Gaia Hamilton's there with Mandela Pluck.
Charlie's just chasing behind him. He's not quite got the speed of him, but Charlie's close in behind. Man, this is a fantastic race. There's almost too much to comment on.
Oh, watch out for Johnny Curtis back there around about 9th place. The Hamiltonian has experienced a running set before in this class.
Those at home get to see the gap now, right? The cars are going to come in, we're going to the camera on turn 5. Look, here comes Tui, here comes Mandela, and then there's the gap to Charlie. So a big gap between them right now forming, and this is not from a pit stop, this is from pace.
Well,
Charlie's getting past in the back straight. Charlie's not going to be able to speed then. Who's that? That's Bill Ellsford. Bill Ellsford from Wellington. He's saying, hey, this could be a Wellington 1-2.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's not a big gap at the front. It's 0.48 of a second. That's nothing in these early stages. Remember, it was over 45 minutes and 4 pit stops.
Sorry, that's not Bill Ellsford that's under Charlie Chequered. That's actually a back marker. So Charlie's had to fight a little bit with the back marker there. Oh, my Lord, they went for the tyre barrier. They did that turn 5 was going to push like crazy. And turn 5's completely enough to be stuck in that tyre barrier. He's not going anywhere.
Okay, this could upset the rhythm of our front running protagonists. We've got Tui Smiler and Mandela Pluck just coming up to these guys. The orange light will be on, I imagine.
And a few cars passing on the orange, so that's a big no-no. It looks like there's going to be penalties given post-race for that. Again, everyone is really, really intense about this race, so a lot of people are pushing themselves to the edge. Oh no, what a miserable race it's turned out to be.
And this little straight, you can't pass under, you can't come into the pits under yellow.
Yeah, current rules is in that way. Kurtis Smyth was the one that ended up in that barrier, so miserable race final for Kurtis Smyth here. That's going to hurt him massively.
Okay, these two superstars out front, they're really annihilating the rest of the field at the moment. Even Charlie Chequered can't keep up with them.
Yeah, totally. I think the biggest advantage right now for Tui and Mandela is they've got to be grateful that was not a red flag. If that had been a red flag, their entire gap would have been completely gone again.
And look at this, they're into the 27s already. We've got Tui Smiler at 27.89, and not to be outdone, Mandela Pluck at 27.83.
Yeah, totally. It's been intense battle so far. Again, another yellow. We might see a few more of these throughout the rest of this race because these guys are racing so hard and so intense. They're not giving any quarter. These tyres get pushed around like crazy. The marshals are going to keep pushing back safe, so obviously that's going to affect the race a little bit. If these guys want to have a clean race, they need to start racing a bit more clear.
Well, pick up your race leaders once again. Looks like Kurtis Smyth trying to get away from Mandela Pluck. That Mandela Pluck is sticking to him right through. They're in second place, just a couple of car lengths behind.
Yeah, both of them better be careful because they might come up the back markers, and at that point that's really going to hurt one of them or the other one. Whichever one picks, the other one can stay out or vice versa, but once they get up to that back marker, they're going to have to make that call. Is it time to pit now or do I keep pushing?
Well, look at that. Charlie Chequered is just trying to negotiate around the back marker at this stage. They're back there in third place.
Yeah, and that's obviously removing Charlie from the equation here and just allowing Tui and Mandela to build up that lead. That lead's going to be hugely important when it comes down to the pit stop strategy because there's a very real potential chance here that Tui and Mandela will have the opportunity to pit and come out and still maintain that lead.
Well, let's pick up your race leaders just going down the back straight. And it is Kurtis Smyth, the man that raced out of Timor Speedway in Lower Hutt. Upper Hutt, sorry.
Tui's been really strong in this position, really picked up a whole lot of what his A game into this race. Tui's doing a fantastic job holding off Mandela. I think Mandela was hoping for a slightly easier race, but this was shooting up to Tui's giving him a hard go. If Mandela wins it, he wins it on merit.
Well, Mandela will be looking for that ANZ title. He's got a fair bit of work to do, but this is the man with all the experience, having competed in the World Champs in Sao Paulo in Brazil. And I hear that he could be having another campaign at the World Champs next year.
Oh, it's fantastic. Tui out here is going to be better than that. Tui might have to start looking at like to get up to Brazil as well because he's doing a fantastic job right now.
Yeah, but it won't be in Brazil. He can go to Brazil if he likes, but the World Champs won't be there next year.
Watching the lap, so I think I'm shooting up heading so Tui and Mandela didn't have to worry about that car at that point, but they still got a little bit of protection and had a spike in the back.
Well, that gap has increased. Kurtis Smyth out to 1.01 second lead over Mandela Pluck. And there we go, Charlie Chequered in the pits for his first pit stop.
Daniel Douglas overshot the pit box there for a little bit and then started going past it, so that's going to be costing to Daniel Douglas. Hopefully they'll get a penalty from that one because that was just simply making the race a little bit too long.
Well, I think what Mandela Pluck will be looking for is lap traffic to hold up Kurtis Smyth because that's where he could make his move.
Totally, but Tui smart. As soon as he hits that lap traffic, before Mandela can get an opportunity to tackle him, he should pit.
Well, we have seen before one of the earlier heat races, Tui came up behind the back marker and got held up and lost the lead.
Yeah, Tui made his way up to another back marker and it's just so coincidental that that moment, that back marker, Daniel Douglas, which is again, but once again, Tui's luck is just been quite fortunate. He's not running into the back marker, as soon as he gets closer, he ends up hitting.
And you've got to ask the question, when he comes up behind the Christchurch drivers, are they going to make it easy for Tui?
I'm just noticing that Mandela's falling a little bit back and he's hitting. It seems he's falling a little bit back and unable to take the charge of Tui. He decides to take the opportunity to hit now. So probably a good strategy from him. He's got some good laps in there at the beginning. Opportunity to focus now on beating Tui by strategy. Start on the racetrack and try to pass him. Tui's just a little bit too quick for that. It's not that Mandela couldn't pass Tui. It's just that Tui was good enough and fast enough to hold Mandela off.
Mandela's throttle pedal is gyrating in the pit lane as he takes away, goes away.
I'm sure the adrenaline right now is running through the roof for him. He knows what's on the line here, he knows what's at stake, so I'm sure he's just every moment sitting in that pit lane is feeling an hour of agony.
I'll tell you what, we've got some backup drivers in Christchurch here looking for a podium. We've got Jacob Fleming sitting there in third, and not to be outdone, Malcolm Easy Voice in fourth place at the moment to pick up the pieces.
Yeah, who else is here holding up the second position right now? Obviously not taking into account the place that it comes to Mandela. He's not falling to the so sorry, one second for the pin on that. Tui's now in the pit as well. He's sitting there. Really Tui come out to Mandela.
Oh, this is going to be oh so crucial. Kurtis Smyth, the former mini stock driver, sits in the pits.
He's trying to pick up where Mandela is right now on the track. This is going to be basically a battle for the lead.
Well, has Mandela gone through? No, he's behind.
Tui's got a decent gap on Mandela there. Mandela's now got 3 back markers in between him and Tui, so that's been a costly one for Mandela. It shows you that the fights are up to him. You said it, it's time to meet him. That was a really smart move, a move for Tui's strategy. Great timing for that, because it basically completely negated what Mandela was trying to do.
Well, I think, to be fair, I think Mandela may have been just a little bit overcautious coming into the pits.
Yeah, it was a good strategy from him, and it was Tui just one up there again, so either doing Mandela's pits maybe probably wasn't back to him, and Tui's just probably paying attention to what he's doing.
I'll tell you what, Mandela wasting no time getting through the traffic. And we'll just check that gap. It's 0 points. No, that's not right, that's the lead. Bill Elson, your race leader, 0.35 of a second ahead of Jacob Fleming, with another 2 seconds back to Malcolm Hugenboys. Then go back to Tui Smiler, Kurtis Smyth, and Mandela Pluck.
Yeah, I think the next one is almost a 4-second lead for Tui Smyth. Once you take into account the pit stop, so Tui there getting basically 4 seconds on Mandela. That's fantastic.
Oh, here comes Charlie Keyworth for his second pit stop. Just having a look down the order. Where is Charlie?
A little bit further back to the 10. He's done a couple of stops already, so Charlie's idea of doing multiple pit stops. So we saw it in the 100 kg, the 45 minutes, and not all the pit stops coming and focused on the races. Don't know how big a change in it is, because don't end up benefiting from racing career. But if Charlie comes out now, if he came out even just a few seconds later, he'd be almost in the perfect zone, because that's the biggest gap on the track right now. There's almost no one racing it. That was a great stop from Charlie. He's going to have a good opportunity to put some really good laps up now.
Well, I can tell Charlie is pumped. So pick up your race leader once again. It is car number 11, Bill Elson. In second place, it is car 21, Jacob Fleming. Then go back to Hoogie, Malcolm Hugenboys. In third in cart number 3. Tui Smiler sits there in the 4th place in cart number 12.
And I'll tell you who's having a great little battle right now. Mandela Pluck and Daniel Douglas. Not a fight for position, but certainly a fight for Mandela's win chances. And Daniel Douglas is not moving in any corner. He's not making it easy on him. So Daniel Douglas is probably not as full fight for the win just yet right now. But Mandela is certainly having to fight with him just as hard as he was Tui.
Well, of course, this race is over 45 minutes for pit stop, so this race can come back to Mandela. But Bill Elson is doing a great job out front at the moment from Jacob Fleming.
Wow, look at that. We're already 26 minutes into it. 26 minutes left on this race. I mean, I've been so enthralled by this race. It wasn't only started 5 minutes ago. They actually started ages ago, basically. Very intense race right now.
And just looking at the gap between Tui Smiler and what have we got? We've got Mandela Pluck. It is 5 seconds between these two.
Yeah, totally. It's too much fix to go, so I think it's tough one to miss. It's really close to the right, so it's a half a second to right. We saw from the fix go on 100. He's been shooting time, he's not putting enough time. People are spending enough time, but not being successfully recorded, so...
And here he is, Tui Smiler in the pits once again. I think this might be his second pit stop.
Yeah, getting last on the pit stop, so good job from Tui. Now we'll just have to enter what Mandela Pluck is going.
Well, we'll see if he comes out in traffic or whether he comes out in clear air. That could be key here.
Yeah, totally clear air right now. Charlie Keyworth just a little hit. Tui's got a big angle in front of him, so Charlie great stop from Tui there. Thinking about putting him into a bit of lap traffic.
I'll tell you what, Tui is almost 3 quarters of a lap ahead of Charlie Keyworth.
Yeah, definitely right now. Maybe has to be Tui Smiler or Mandela Pluck.
But we will go through the order. In first place, it is Phil Ashford, cart number 11. Second place, cart 21. At the moment, it is Jacob Fleming. Third place, it is Hoogie, Malcolm Hugenboys, in cart number 3. Then we move back to cart number 7, Kurtis Smyth. Then it is cart 14, Mandela Pluck. And Mark Crook sits there in 6th place in cart number 17.
Charlie Keyworth is coming, so he's on the 10 now. Charlie's got another one going on himself, but yeah, that's putting on a little bit out of his race here. Charlie, very fast driver, has got a lot to do to win this one. Charlie's going to be in the last place in this race.
Well, obviously he's on an alternative strategy, if you'd like to say. And don't discount Charlie Keyworth, he is one of the fastest competitors here this weekend.
Yeah, totally. There's good little battles, there's little moments, you switch backs and stuff like that. There's He's got it angled with himself half up to my camera on camera, but it's right here on my commentary. But there is so much little battle going on. It just almost saw that one of the mini box. Kart came out over the pit lane and almost T-boned straight into the car. It was very far.
Okay, now we've got a change of lead. Malcolm Hoyden takes over the lead from Jacob Fleming, who's just come into the pits, and he shoots down the lead order back to fifth place. I'll tell you, look, well, things have really changed around. Look at that fight. Malcolm Hugenboyce in car number 3 is your race leader. In car number 7, Kurtis Smyth. We go back to car number 14, Mandela. And we've got Kurtis Smyth. I think this is his fourth stop.
I see the third or fourth for Kurtis Smyth there, so obviously we'll have that little note on his down going to happen. He's done, but yeah, great job for two, getting that top up early. Two is the Mandela Plus. Obviously two is a little bit further back, so he's got more on Mandela. Mandela tried to go wrong in the second, so trying to make the rule two is strategy out of these places.
Talking of Mandela, here comes Mandela Pluck for his third pit stop, I think it is.
Well, this is a much there right here on where two is Mandela is.
He's pumping the throttle, he's all ready to go, he's going to give it the jangle. I see he's not taking on any liquids or anything.
Probably the experience he's had in professional racing. Changing on liquids probably not as important for a 45-minute race.
Oh, I don't know about that. I would say the opposite, actually. Okay, we've got a couple of carts in the pits at the moment. Cart number 7 on the outside. And cart number 7 was Kurtis Smyth. He was running third.
Yeah, Kurtis had that early incident in turn 5, so don't really consider him a part of this race right now. That would have hurt him so much from the heat suspension out of the engine for a win. So maybe if you fight hard, don't get to the podium.
Okay, great race going on there between Charlie Keyword. He's got Jacob Fleming all over the back of him like a rash.
Yeah, there's a lot of great little battles going on. Some of them are a bit hard to catch on the camera, but yeah, lots of good little battles and guys. Behind me, if you're watching live streaming right now, today's motorsport, the racing out here will get in and good opportunity for next year's IORK to get in while you can.
Fleming right on the outside of Charlie Keyword. Couldn't make it stick though. And Charlie showing his experience there. The left foot, Jacob Fleming tried to do the switch now back on him in turn 5. But there's no gap there, boys. Take the door closed in on him. As we pick up your race leader. It's I'll tell you what, it's Christchurch 1-2 at the moment. Malcolm Hugenboyce, Hoogie out front in car number 3. In car 21, Jacob Fleming just looking down the third now behind Donald O'Reilly. Bill Elsford now up to first couple of pit stops. Jacob Fleming once again in the pits for another one of his pit stops. So Malcolm Hugenboyce to a race leader, car number 3 from car number 9, car 20, Donald O'Reilly, then back to car number 11, Bill Elsford. And fourth place we have Kurtis Smyth, car number 7, but Mandela Pluck is now up to fourth place in car number 14.
Yeah, getting great little battle for the definitely all of the tight laps to be in this one race for now. These pits up there long, man. I know you can get 3 pits up coming to these finals. It feels like a challenge for me. Imagine how much feel in the road car right now, how long it must feel when you see all these pits blasting up by.
Yeah, certainly close cat among the pigeons.
Oh, just the game right. You can see there frustrating everything and want to keep going.
Well, car number 3 is still your race leader. Hoogie out front, Malcolm Hugenboyce ahead of Bill Elsford and Harry Wilcox, the Wellingtonian, sits there in third place in car number 4. Then go back to Mandela Pluck in car number 14. Kurtis Smyth just behind the Hamiltonian, Johnny Curtis, back there in 6th and 7th.
Mandela's in behind the top, so he's really going to go through. He comes up to 2. He's fall down between them, so this might be the right back out of the lead. Doing the front half, so if this is the race for the lead, Dewey is now going to get every second on Mandela Plus.
Yeah, well, Kurtis Smyth has done a masterclass at the moment.
Looks like he's almost half a lap ahead of Mandela here.
But Malcolm Malcolm Hoogan boys. Your race leader with a good lead. We'll see what that gap is shortly between himself and Bill Elsie.
He obviously also through when the semi-final. So he did a fantastic job in the semi-final. Mandela not so lucky to go. Maybe Kurtis has the advantage in this battle.
I'll tell you what, that goes third and fourth, flying underneath the radar. You've got Mark Cook and the Hamiltonian Johnny Curtis. Cheers, Milo back now up to fifth place here with Jacob Fleming in sixth. Then we've got Harry Wilcox in seventh. Donald O'Reilly back in eighth. Kurtis Smyth in ninth and Mandela back to 10th place.
By those pit stops. After play little battles are going on between Charlie and Mandela and Mandela.
I'll tell you what, we could have an upset winner here the way things are going. You never know.
I'll tell you what, it looks like Julie's almost close to it. If that is Mandela and Mandela, it looks like Julie's pretty close to London.
It's unbelievable. But then, what's the number of pit stops both drivers have done?
Actually, having a look at this, Mandela's got probably about half a lap. He's about half, he's basically on top of the second. So, it's definitely a big gap between them, but actually that advantage Julie or advantage Mandela.
Well, it only takes one driver to hold them up, and then it could be curtains for their chances.
Having a look at the time here, it looks like he's probably advantage Julie keeps Curtis in fourth, while Mandela's down in ninth.
Yep, but it's still Malcolm Hoogan voice, your race leader in car number 3. We have Mark Cook, car number 17. We go back to third. This is car number 10, Johnny Curtis, and car number 12, Kurtis Smyth. Jacob Fleming sitting there in 5th position, Donald O'Reilly in 6th, Harry Wilcox 7th, Bill Elsie back in 8th. Then we see Mandela Pluck is now up to 8th place ahead of Kurtis Smyth. Bill Elsie struck back to 10th. And we'll have a look and see how much time goes. 16 minutes to go, so we're almost 2/3 the way through this race. I'll tell you who set the fastest lap so far. It is, are my eyes deceiving me? It is, at this stage it looks like Kurtis Smyth, 27.61, Mark Cook at 27.74, and who we got there? We got Mandela Pluck at 27.72, and Kurtis Smyth at 27.8.
And Harry Wilcox is very fast in the picture, 26.6, and 27.5 is incredible. So these guys are pushing, I remember saying, at 27 means that the guy was pushing it hard, look when it goes, it's up to the now. We've got one more to go, it's going to be a huge advantage to Mandela. We've still got one more to go.
Are you sure? I think this might be his last one, actually.
Well, that's definitely Mandela's last one, so he's done 4, he's good for the rest of the race.
They definitely want to make sure they do the right number of pit stops, or otherwise it could be a DNQ.
Yeah, that was a big one. Under KG can do so. Playing like during this one as well.
Well, that never eventuated, so we don't have to worry about that for that particular race. Okay, looking at the screens once again. Look at that, Kurtis Smyth up to 2nd place. Just 5.8 seconds behind Malcolm Hoogan boys. I'll tell you what, Malcolm Hoogan boys is really going to have to put down the jandle if he's got any chance of beating Kurtis Smyth. Harry Wilcox sitting back there in 3rd place in car number 4. And then we go back to car 21, Jacob Fleming, and car number 20, Donald O'Reilly.
If that is Julie's last stop, he's pulled a masterclass. He's pulled an absolute upset. He's going to win this race, maybe even 32nd.
Well, Charlie Chequered, definitely one of the big favourites in this one. He's back in 13th place overall. But look look at the lap time there, 28.1. That switch go kart is not the quickest one out there.
Yeah, I almost wonder how late too is going to leave the car because he does have one more to go. You wouldn't want to leave it too late, but maybe he's holding up his rain. If there was some rain out there, that would be the perfect time to pit. So maybe he's just going on Hail Mary just to even scoop out it even a bit more on the lead.
I'll tell you what, Mandela Pluck's not that far away from lapping Charlie Keyworth. You see Charlie Keyworth just in behind Jacob Fleming.
Charlie has
Just a couple of car placing behind Charlie Keyworth. Arben's behind Jacob Fleming. Jacob Fleming just getting past there. And that'll be Harry Wilcox, not Harry Wilcox, Donald O'Reilly bringing up. As we pick up your race leaders. It is Malcolm Hoogan, boys. Or Hoogie as he's known. Sitting there in front ahead of Tui Smiler. Well, that gap has come down from 5 seconds to 2 seconds. In fact, Tui Smiler has gone to the front. And the reason for that is because Hoogie is just coming to the pits.
Yeah, he's coming to the pits. Again, he's still got one more pit to go.
You're doing good there, Malcolm. So Tui Smiler has taken over the lead now. And let's see how it's all panned out. Harry Wilcox in car number 4, sitting there in second. Third place at the moment is car 21, Jacob Fleming. Fourth place at the moment is car number 7, Kurtis Smyth. And fifth place is car number 3, that is Malcolm Hoogerboys, he's just on his pit stop. Sixth place is car number 17, Mark Crook. Then we move back to 7th place is car number 10, Johnny Curtis. 8th place is Donald O'Reilly in car 20. 9th place at the moment is car number 14, Mandela Pluck. He's going to have to pluck something out of the bag. And in 10th place is car number 11, Paul Alsford.
Yeah, Charlie Keyworth is not much closer than close up behind Charlie Keyworth. I'm almost in awe. Listen to his real pace. It's shocking. It's a huge upset because it was never this dominant in the heat.
I'll tell you what, Jacob Fleming is just coming to the pit stop. I have a feeling this could be his last pit stop. So Tui Smiler, your race leader from Kurtis Smyth. Mandela Pluck, the back round 8, he's got a fair bit of work to do. A good lap time from Mandela, 27.72 is his quickest. That's just a tenth of a second shy of Tui Smiler.
Tui Smiler, 20 seconds back in the time. And we saw Dan have a very strong 20-second lead by the midway to the midway. Another 20-second lead in the 2. It's going to be just the Dan over.
Right, so you pick up your race leader once again. It is car number 12, Tui Smiler. There's Tui on the track at the moment. Trying to see him there. There he goes, just over the finish line. Tui Smiler. He's just a couple of car lengths.
When you consider the fact that his air competition is Kurtis Smyth. Kurtis Smyth is only 2 quarters ahead of Charlie on the track. No, that's the last second top. So, there are 2 of the last second top.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kurtis Smyth may not have done as many pit stops as 1 or 2 of the other drivers. And look at that, right underneath the radar at the moment, Johnny Curtis in car number 10, background third, the former champion, showing his experience.
That's more impressive. And it's just a few seconds that we've been talking about Tui's 20-second lead. It's now 23 seconds. So, a couple of seconds, he's out of it for a second. I mean, this is incredibly fast.
Well, he's certainly got a good car, by the looks of it.
They're set up on the end. They look like maybe an eye coming through from Daniel Douglas. We've got Kart stuck in the wall down back there. So unable to get out of the tower. We're just being yellow now.
Oh,
That's great for whoever's in the pit right now.
oh, this could really upset the apple cart.
Kart 5, Kart 21. And you're seeing the biggest advantage right now because the entire pit stop being medical manufactured. The yellow's car has gone back on. We're back at the racing.
Oh, look at this. We've got 4 carts coming across the finish line. And now going at hammer and tongs, and it looks like the guy that just came out of the pit, looks like car number 10, is it? Who's really joined this battle pack.
Yeah, and I think too, really was close to just to after Kurtis Smyth. Still does he'll be able to do it, if he does have another pit, he'll be able to pit and still come out of the lead comfortably.
Malcolm Hogan voice in the pits at the moment.
To be honest, 8 minutes to go, the lead that he has, whether he's a pit stop or not, is kind of irrelevant because he's so far in the lead, he's just
Well, Mandela Pluck sitting there in fifth place. He'll be looking to try and get up into the podium places, the beast. So just running through the order at the moment. It is Kurtis Smyth in first in car number 12. Kurtis Smyth in car number 7, second place at the moment. Then we go back to car number 4. Harry Wilcox in third. There goes Mandela Pluck.
Coming out with an incredibly strong lead here.
Well, we will see as the computer cycles round. Oh, never say never.
7 minutes to go, I will get my gear on it.
And there goes Mandela Pluck. So he'll be he'll be in the podium places now. Into third place goes car number 14, Mandela Pluck.
Yeah, it might not be a win for Mandela, but it's a great showing from him. He's done a fantastic job.
Well, just looking at the clock now, we've just got 6 minutes, 40 seconds still to go. And there's still a number of drivers on the same lap. But a big lead at the moment to Kurtis Smyth of 17 seconds. And just looking back to Mandela Pluck, he's 22 seconds behind our race leader, Kurtis Smyth.
Yeah, I'm sure Harry Wilcox might have another lap, another pit stop to do, so probably realistically the real gap in the next 6 minutes is a 20-second gap from Mandela Pluck to go down to gain on Kurtis Smyth.
And behind the top 3, we've got Kurtis Smyth in 4th position, ahead of Johnny Curtis, Mark Rock. We've got Hoogie in 7th, then go back to Jonathan Kemp, he's appeared from nowhere, and Charlie Keyworth and Jacob Fleming.
We're going to spin at the end of turn 5, so that's a curious place to cut. It's Fleming, apparently. So,
oh, is it Jacob Fleming? Oh no, things have turned to custard for these 2 top drivers.
yeah, Charlie throwing up his hands in the air, and that was horrible for Charlie Keyworth and Jonathan Fleming.
Oh, this could completely change the complexion of the race.
I think the only thing it does is change Kurtis Smyth's position is still incredibly good. A red flag right now would be disastrous to that's basically the only thing that can rain on his parade. Speaking of rain, I feel a little bit of moisture in the air. 5 minutes to go now.
Well, just looking to see where Mandela Pluck is, and he's only in 5th. He's in 4th place at the moment, but that gap will have closed down. So this is going to be interesting over the last 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, the yellow thing was back to the one together with the cars. Who's got a whole lot of them over there?
And have a look at this. The top 6 cars are all in the 27-second bracket.
Yeah, the fastest lap can't go to the last lap with the yellow, so really well remember. How you did a fast lap lap, Kurtis Smyth with a 26 car. This is the thing that we did over. It's probably the thing that we did to do, otherwise why should we do it for longer? This is really good, almost 4.3 lap. So, fantastic car, fantastic driver, and the difference is because we did it all weekend. The consistency for Kurtis Smyth, that's why he's been so dominant now.
Well, Kurtis Smyth, he must be nearly a lap ahead by the looks of it in Mandela Pluck. But he's just come out to a bunch of cars at the moment.
Speaking of, we're going to be a fun here. I think Kurtis Smyth will be smiling at the end of this race.
Right, okay, so Kurtis Smyth, your race leader, car number 12. Then we go back to car 4. Harry Wilcox, Mandela Pluck in the 3rd position. So 24 seconds behind is Harry Wilcox, but now Mandela Pluck is just 2 seconds behind Harry Wilcox. Johnny Curtis is there in 4th, ahead of Mark Cook in 5th, and Jonathan Kent flying underneath the rest. They are once again in 6th position. Look at Kurtis Smyth. He's really got his head down, but he's a lap down on some of the front runners.
Yeah, he had a horrible start to the race, so good to see a recovery. Quite funny to be holding 5 minutes right now for almost 2 minutes, but we're actually down to 3 minutes now, the 5 minutes has just come off.
Okay, we'll pick up your race leader, Tui Myler. With only 3 minutes to go. He's almost a lap ahead of Mandela Pluck in 3rd place. So he's lapped the whole field just about. Only 3 karts on the same lap.
I have to say, what this situation is. So, Tui was confident and they ended up in tyre heat in the finals because at no point was he lacking this competition. This is the finals, the hardest race supposedly the race is. You have the best drivers and everyone, the most points is the workers. It's Tui's biggest competition here and Tui almost his race. He's definitely the most confident race.
Now, Harry, isn't he from Wellington? Harry Wilcox? I think we're going to, looks like we may have a Wellington 1-2 at the moment. Christchurch 3 and Hamilton 4.
There's lots of different reasons making up this race. It's part of a sport in IORK championship. Difficult next year where we've got even more regions involved and other things in regular series as possible. But it's a marshal to put on their rain jacket, so I think that's a sign rain is coming any second.
Oh, anything can happen if the rain comes down. But Tui Smyth, your race leader in car number 12, Harry Wilcox sits there in 2nd. But it's only around about 2 seconds back to Mandela Pluck in 3rd. Johnny Curtis is 2 laps down now.
Hey, what if I was Tui Smyth or I could put a rain dance on us? Because the rain dance could bring out a yellow while they bring out the chicane, and that makes it all but guaranteed to win. 27-24, Tui is as fast as that's the race right now. He's getting in as fast as this man is impressive right now. This is one hell of a race from Tui Smyth. Oh, and I'm sorry. Again.
Oh, there's Jacob Fleming.
Again in the same spot that he spun earlier. That's Jonathan Fleming in the same spot. That's going to bring out the yellows.
This will most certainly hand this race now to Tui Smyth. Not that he wasn't going to win anyway. Harry Wilcox at this stage in 2nd place. It won't be long before we see the checkered flag. They must be on the just about on their penultimate lap.
48 seconds to go by the time the yellows come out. The pace right now, the gap between Tui and Harry Wilcox when they go across is bigger than almost the time of the next season. I think they'll call it here. Tui won this.
Oh, checkered flag hasn't come out this time. It will be out next time, I imagine.
Yeah, it's the last lap now, so Tui's just got to get around the track. All he has to do is just cross that line. He doesn't have to worry about anything else. Harry Wilcox fighting in second. This is Eddie just out of the head of Mandela Pluck is coming up close behind him. Mandela's a little bit faster in the last lap, but Harry Wilcox is able to hold him up. There's only 8 seconds to go. He's Wilcox is in the flag.
And here he comes. Car number 12. Tui Smyth, have a smile from ear to ear. 2nd place will go to Harry Wilcox in car number 4. Mandela Pluck in car number 14. Johnny Curtis back there in 4th place. In fact, Mark Cook looks like he's just passed Johnny Curtis in 4th. Then we go back to Jonathan Kent in 6th place. Kurtis Smyth in 7th. Donald O'Reilly in 8th. Hoogie slipped down to 9th. And then we had Brett Hodgins there in 10th.
And at the beginning of this race, we talked about it. Would it be Canterbury? Would it be Wellington to take it out? We didn't know who the battle was going to be. And
You were telling me it was going to be Auckland, mate.
Yep.
That was a great race, and who cares where they come from? It's a fantastic performance from Tui Smyth. And he will be a very popular winner, Tui. Left nothing on the table. Oh, look at that. He's just giving a hand, everybody. Give it up for Kurtis Smyth, your New Zealand champion. Oh, it's a good race, eh? No, you didn't get third. No. You got about, I think about 6, I'll tell you. Yeah, 6. It's a good run. Oh, we'll wait for him to come round, Kurtis Smyth. And there's good sportsmanship there. Big handshake from Mandela Pluck. Those two are great rivals. Okay, we'll just get Kurtis Smyth over here. And look at that. Just been congratulated by our first New Zealand champion today, Dan Canali. That's a 1-2. Okay, here we go. Kurtis Smyth, you must have a smile from ear to ear. That was a fantastic drive. You had something left in the tank that no one was expecting. We were expecting to go between you and Mandela, but you just drove away from the field.
It was pretty quick car, pretty quick track, so I'm happy. I thought I was in second because I was behind him at the end, but no, it was pretty fun, pretty good.
Well, I'll tell you what, you said it was a pretty quick car, you said it was a pretty quick track, but you're a pretty quick driver too.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Congratulations once again, awesome performance. Give it up for Kurtis Smyth. Good drive also there from the other podium finishers. Harry Wilcox in second and Mandela Pluck in third. Back in fourth place was Johnny Curtis, fifth place to Mark Crook. Fastest lap there from Kurtis Smyth, a 27.45, Harry Wilcox a 27.59 and Mandela Pluck a 27.7. Now back in fifth place we had Mark Crook, sixth place was Jonathan Camp, seventh to Kurtis Smyth, Donald O'Reilly back in eighth place. So this will be the 18 and under final. Over 45 minutes, 4 pit stops once again. Well, some fantastic action in that 70 to 85 kg final. And there we go, the score really is for the big finals, we'll say 1 to Canterbury, 1 to Wellington. Who's going to win this one? Who knows? We're just waiting for the screen to flick over.